I think is here. Misha for the fifth time in a row, Misha super rock star. Super rock star. I'm not a rock star. I can't.
You know, a rock star must be able to face.
Actually, you know what's funny? This is pretty much what it's like on set at Supernatural all the time. I don't know if you guys know this, but they use that stuff. Where is it? Give me another glass. Where's that stuff? How do you turn it on? This, in the movie business, this is called atmospheric smoke. And they use it because shafts of light show up in it. So while we're working on set in Supernatural, and even when we're working in the woods, there's guys out in the woods with these little machines making it smoky and mysterious. So this smell is a very nostalgic smell for me. It reminds me of being on set and working. What is this, Christmas? There's so many nicely wrapped presents. And yellow. Should we open one or no?
Yes!
All right, we don't have to if you don't want to. Which one should we go for? You want to come help me pick it? Yeah, you.
Me?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, come on, sir. Yeah. You know, last year you were at 4 conventions in a row, one after the other. And we spent a lot of time together. It was like going to summer camp together. I didn't hate you by the end at all. No, it was really nice seeing you every single time, over and over and over again. Which one are we going to pick? The orange. Good choice. Great choice. Okay, I'm gonna try. Oh, okay. Try to guess why she's like this, the instructions say, and then read the story. Can you see that? This is like a mutant pornographic cookie. Wow. Yeah, what are you doing up here? There's a whole fable about this. It's a cookie shaped as a woman with 3 breasts called Pupaza Frascanata. What is it? Frascanata. Frascanata, a little town near Rome, there was a famous wet nurse. You know what a wet nurse is?
Yeah.
Back in the old days, you didn't have formula or something for babies to put in their bottles. You had another woman who always was making milk for babies. There's a word for that, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Our word for that is wet nurse. And she, after some time, there was an incredible discovery that she actually secretly had 3 breasts. 2 with milk and the 3rd with wine. That sounds kind of handy. I could have my wife breastfeeding our baby, and I could have a drink at the same time. Well, that's fantastic. It's childproof. Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Okay, how is everyone doing so far? Thank you for having us back for the 5th year. That's amazing. Who, raise your hand if you've been here from the beginning. No? Amazing. And you haven't missed any? Only about half a dozen have been to every one. Nice. How has it changed, old timers, since the beginning? What's different now? Are you saying that you go for older men? You've actually we've all watched one another age over the last 5 years. That's kind of amazing. While we all love coming back to Rome, Rome is very special for us. We're very excited to be here. There are a lot of pastries in our green room. Would you like to ask me a question?
Hi, Misha.
Hi.
First of all, I would like Bon appetit.
Thank you.
First of all, I want to congratulate you and all casted fans that you will be at season 10.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Excited to be back.
And my question is, what kind of relationship, what do you think? What kind of relationship cast will have with humanity when now when it has black eyes?
By humanity, you mean Dean?
Yes.
I love how you skirted around that so delicately. What kind of relationship is Dad's going to have with people now that he has black eyes? I really don't know where we're going with this, and I don't know that Cass has a demon fetish, if that's what you're asking. What do you think is going to happen?
I have no idea.
Really? I was talking to someone. No, I don't think you can say that. Whatever she said to say. Okay. Yeah, you can. Go ahead, say it. Go ahead, say it. You probably won't get kicked out. Wow, this has got to be really bad.
I hope Cass will take care of Dean.
Like being his wet nurse? Is that what you... I was talking to somebody on the Roman holiday tour this morning who was saying, I knew Dean was going to turn into a demon. Did you really know that? Yes. Really? Yes. How did you know? Not all at once. Wait, really? How did you know? Oh, Jetson told you? What? You all wanted it?
No.
What's wrong with you people? I was devastated when I read that script. You can't do that. You're sick.
Because we have the king.
King of hell? King! No shit. What's the king? There's Demon King too? Dink? That's what I said. Hey, Kinky. You want a tit? Enjoy. No, you have to eat it in front of me. That's the rule. Go ahead. Thank you. I can't believe all I had to do was give you a cookie to get you to bite a nipple. That's very inexpensive. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Good.
You once said that you had some ideas about season 10, so can you talk about them?
Did I really say that? No.
No? But do you have now? I don't know.
I had that idea, but now it's gone. Don't know where it went. I was looking for it this morning in my software. But I couldn't find it. I have some ideas. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have some ideas. I think some good ideas that involve resurrecting Jimmy, who's Cass's vessel.
Oh, do you know?
Yeah. You know him by last name. I couldn't remember his last name, but you could. Yeah. How about you? Do you have good ideas for season 10?
Yeah.
What are they?
For example, Dean competing with Crowley for the crown of hell, and Cass get desperate because Dean is evil, and helping Sam get him back. Without romance, if you want, but...
Okay.
That's it.
That's pretty good.
Thank
so
you.
Cass gets desperate.
Yeah.
Cass is desperately horny. He will do anything. Okay.
Because you had never tried on the show. I mean...
That's pretty much true.
Yeah?
Yeah. There actually were 2 times that I cried and they cut it out. Yes. I have cried working on Supernatural, but it's never made it to air. I think, actually, 3 times. One did make it, sort of. I think I kind of cried when I was Misha.
Yes. Yes.
And I also cried laughing while I was trying to be serious on the show. But they cut that out for sure. Yeah. All right, thank you. Bye. Hi.
Hi. Before you came on stage, Mark was trying to calm a girl by making her take a very deep breath, and I thought that Crowley would be very good at yoga sessions.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering what Cass would be good at. What kind of business would he get into?
That's a great question. I don't know. I mean, I think that Cass has a very sort of innately calm demeanor, doesn't get rattled in very dangerous situations. You know, don't you think?
Yes, maybe the girl.
So he could be like a really good drug dealer or something like that. You know? Stone face, cool as a cucumber. He could, you know, he used to be able to teleport away when the police come.
Next,
No longer.
James Bond.
Yeah, actually that's a good idea. Yeah.
Good luck with getting the role.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi. So my question is, the moment when Cass saw the mark of Cain on Dean's hand, he already know what it's all about. So when he heard that Dean might be dead, did he know that it may be not true that he can be demon, or he can, or he decided that he's dead? What do you think?
I think that he really thought that he was dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not sure that he knew. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
That's what I thought he thought. So then when I was thinking like Cass thought, I thought, oh shit, he's dead.
That's a pity, really.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye. Hi.
Hi, yeah.
You were the one that was egging that other girl on to say bad things that she shouldn't, right?
Someone should have done that.
Shame on you. Are you from Russia?
Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan, really? Wow. Are there other Kazakhis here?
I don't know.
Is it Kazakhi or Kazakhstanis?
Kazakhstanis.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You don't know. Any Kazakhstanis in the audience? You have a friend here who wants to see you. No. Yes, you're alone.
What is the happiest day in Castiel's life? Or maybe his happiest day is still ahead of him in season 10? What do you think?
I don't know. Castiel's never had that great a day, has he? Supernatural. Something always goes wrong with him. I think Cass was really excited at the beginning of season.
Maybe it's ahead in season 10. No?
Season 5, when he was like getting to be kind of going along with the guys and getting to be a hunter with them. That was really exciting for him, right?
Exciting, or it made him happy?
This is nuance, what you're talking about. I think he was happy. When do you think Cass was most happy? What? When he drank a liquor store? He was kind of an ugly, mean, sad drunk, though, if you think about it. I mean, those things didn't make him that happy. Going to the whorehouse didn't make him that happy. He wasn't that happy. Yeah, no, Cass is usually having a rough time on the show, sadly. Eating hamburgers? That's also a bad point, because he was eating them to the point that he actually was like getting sick from just eating straight ground beef eventually, right? It was oh, that's true. It wasn't a happy day, but it was a happy moment when he was eating a hamburger.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Misha.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good.
I think.
You think?
Yeah.
Sure. What was your happiest day ever?
Maybe this one.
Maybe,
I
but
had
maybe
very
not.
happy days, but this one is
This
for
is
sure
good.
one.
So far, it's
Yeah.
good. Even though you were stuck in Mark Shepard's panel, still a good day, huh?
Wonderful. So just before the question, I want to say that I really love the work that the writers did with this season. But I wanted to ask you if you miss Ben as a writer, as a friend, and as a co-worker.
Yes. No, Ben is, I don't miss him as a friend. I don't, because I still see him. So, in fact, I think I probably hang out with Ben more often now than when he was a writer. So, as a friend, no, but as a writer, yeah. I mean, Ben's episodes are in my humble opinion, Ben's episodes are the best episodes that the show's ever had. They're just, they stand out. They're amazing. I love many of the other episodes as well, but my very favorites were Ben's. He's just crazy enough to write really good stuff. But he's a great guy. He's fantastic. He came over for lunch recently. I do this. He came with his girlfriend, and she was wearing like a dress and heels. And I was like, hey, you guys want to go for a hike? Which I do this kind of crap to people all the time. I don't know why I do it. And they said, sure. And me and my son had built this trail that was maybe 3/4 of maybe a kilometer long, that went from this road near our house through the woods, down a mountain to a playground. And we had gone out there with pickaxes and shovels, me and West, and we had and a machete, and cut a path down to the playground. And I wanted to bring Ben and his girlfriend and his daughter, so me and West and Ben and his girlfriend and his daughter, we went on this hike. It was terrible. The trail that we made was not very good. Her dress got all ripped up. She was like trying to be happy about it, but I could see she was about to cry. I ended up having to carry her part of the way. It wasn't good. But Ben was very cool about it. Ben just goes along with whatever's going on. And then he's got, his band. You know his band? You do? It's come out that is Ben now, right? We know that's Ben. He was trying to hide it for a while, which is great. His band, Ghost Tiger, is fantastic.
Thank you. I'm very happy to hear that. They're doing well with that, because I really like him.
As a friend.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. You look great. There's something about what you're wearing. I don't know what it is, but I really like it.
Do you still have that underwear with salmon bean faces that says, I I got your back.
Yes. Yeah. What's that? That's where it was Australia last year that I wore them. Yeah, they're getting a little worn out, but I do still have them. That was a gift that I gave the first year that I was season 5. I gave a gift at Christmas time to all of the crew members, and I made everyone those underwear. Which I think that was apparently that was a little bit inappropriate. I got a phone call like, "Hey, you probably shouldn't be giving people underwear." So kind of not very businesslike, but I was like, "Oh, too late. I already did it." But I thought they were fun.
I'd like a pair of this.
You would like a pair?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
You'll have to steal them from somebody on the crew because I'm not giving you mine, and that's all there are. What's that?
I'm working it.
Okay. All right.
Thank
You'll
you.
work on stealing a crew member's underwear?
Yeah.
If you think about it, there's several steps logically that you have to go through to get somebody's underwear off them. Also, you have to be lucky enough to get the underwear off a crew member on the day that they happen to be wearing those underwear. So you have to probably try a lot of times. You'd be like, "Oh yeah, man, you're so beautiful to me. You're so beautiful." Never mind. Never mind. I'm sorry. That was inappropriate. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Great. And it's amazing to see you again this year. And I have a question about the episode we're directing this season, because in my opinion it was one of the best directed episodes this season. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
And this is something I wanted, actually I was going to ask you last year, but I hope this is still valid. Weren't you scared?
Was I scared?
Yes.
Yes. It's very scary. It's very scary. Also, I just didn't know a lot of what the process of being a director is. So when you're acting on a show, you show up on set, ready to shoot, like ready to put something on film. But you don't see the whole week or 10 days before that went into prepping to get to that point. So you don't see them building the sets. You don't get to see them looking at the drawings and deciding what to make the sets look like, or how to paint the walls, or any of that stuff. You just show up and everything is already there. And you kind of, as an actor, I kind of started to forget that there was all this preparatory process that went into it. And that was, for me, a very challenging aspect of it. Because, like for instance, about 3 days before shooting, they have this day called the Tech Scout, and all of the most important people on production, it's about 40 people, and they're all the department heads, like the production designer, and the key grip, and the cinematographer, all of these, the main department heads go get on a bus, and we drive around to all the different locations we're going to be shooting. And so we got on the bus, we drove to the first location, which was the convent. If you remember in my episode, there was a convent where all the nuns stayed. And we got there, and the first AD said, "All right, everybody, circle up. All right, Misha, now tell everybody what we're going to be doing here." And I had not figured that out at all. I had no idea. But they were like, and I said, in what respect do you mean, what are we going to be doing here? And he said, well, where should we be putting the cranes and all the lighting rigs, and which direction are we going to be shooting in? I had no idea. So I pretended that I had a plan at that point. I went into panic mode and pretended that I knew where things were going to go. And then when we got back on the bus, I started looking at the script feverishly, trying to figure out what we were going to be doing at the next step. But I was just faking it, totally phoning it in. Lying is another word for what I was doing. But there were several moments like that where I kind of felt like in order to save face, I had to pretend that I knew what I was doing, which was a little embarrassing.
And additionally, you had to deal with Jensen and Jared, which must be hard.
Please don't say those names. It makes me very angry. They only worked together on that episode for one day, which was so lucky. Because they fan each other. They're okay when they're by themselves, but when they get together, they're like the devil. And so they, that day when they were both together, they pied me in the face a couple of times and things like that, which was nice. But there was a build-up. All day they were actually being remarkably nice. And I knew that meant something bad was coming. Because it was very unnatural. So it was scary. I knew I had to be careful. I knew that there was a few people on the crew who felt bad for me. Who knew that directing is a big job and you have a lot to think about. And so people would come up to me and say things like, "Hey man, don't tell them that I told you, but run to your car." I was like, "Thanks for the tip." Run to my car. Just as I get in, I shut the door. Boom! Water balloon hits the window. Just got in. So things like that. I had a few people who were helping me out. Like, "Hey, just so you know, don't say you got it from me, but you might want to hide the keys to your apartment." That's a scary thought. What are they going to do to my apartment? I made photocopies of my script because I was like, they're going to ruin my script and I have all my notes in there. I'll be lost without them. So I made photocopies of my script, and sure enough, Jared tore my script. Thank God I had a copy. Or we have the director's chairs, which have the canvas back. They're like those little folding chairs. And the monitors that the director looks at are right here. Your headphones sit on the armrest right here. So you put the headphones on, you sit down in the chair, but they loosened the canvas up, so I only fell for that twice. The third time, I was like, yeah, it's a stressful environment. As if I didn't have enough to think about.
But you did really a great job, so we hope for more next season.
Thank you very much, thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. How did you enjoy Amsterdam, and what did you...
Very well, thank you. This lovely young woman, I got to the airport in Birmingham last weekend, and I got out of my taxi and I went into the airport. I was like, all right, where am I going? And I actually, for some reason, I kept following the signs the wrong way. I was like, I was at arrivals, I meant to go to departures. Finally, I was like, oh God, what time is it? I'm gonna miss my... I left my phone in the cab. And you need your phone these days. I didn't have any phone numbers or anything. So I ran into her and I was like, hey. She was like, hey, you were at the convention. I was at the convention. She was at the convention in Birmingham. And I was like, hey, that's awesome. Can I see your phone? I need to call them and see if they can get me my phone back. And they did. They brought it back to the